Everyone, today's session for grade 11th and 12th, the topic is structure query language. So SQL is used to communicate with databases. Okay. So in this database, we are going to create some table. So already we seen in the previous session, the table name is students. Okay. So in this table, you are going to insert some values. For example, students' roll number, name, marks, class, and etc. Okay, so how we can create this table in the database? Okay, so here you can see this example. Create table. So table name is students, and then parenthesis. Okay, so bracket you can put, then roll number. So roll number, how we can give? By the whole digit. So if you are using whole digit in the system, you should use the data type. So the data type is should be integer. Okay, so that's why we are put int for roll number. It means integer for number. So you are going to get the digital values from the users. And name, yes, of course, all the names we are typing, or we are calling in the text format only, not a digital format. Okay, yes, right. So that you are using varchar. Okay, so character means you are going to give letter by letter. So approximately here you can give up to 50 letters. Okay, so apart from this, no one can maintain a very long name for them. Okay, so that's the reason here you can give this 50 for var character. And marks, of course, you are going to give the whole values. Okay, so that should be in integer. That's the reason we are giving int. Okay, so this is the format of table values as well as in data types. So next we can see the commands of SQL. Okay, so SQL, why we are using this? You are going to communicate with databases. Okay, so that is one type of language you are going to write to the database. So here you can use some commands. Okay, for example, if you want to give some values, means you should use insert command. Okay, so how we can use this query? Yes, you can write this code like this: insert into table name. So already I given the table name students, then you should give the values for the students. Okay, so each and every field has a own record. Okay, so each and every row displays the informations about the students record. Okay, so for example, first student roll number is 101 and his name John. He scored marks 85. Okay, so this is the values. You are going to insert only one value or more than values, as you like, you can insert. So here I shown some example for your understanding how to insert a single value in the record. Next, if you want to see the values or data from your record, means you can use this command, view command. Okay, so how we can write this query? Select, we should mention the star. Okay, so star means you are going to get all the records from the table. So that's the reason you are using this symbol in your query. Select star from table name is students. Okay, so here you can see this output in your mode, that means display mode. You can see this output. Okay, so roll number 101 and name John, he scored 85 marks. So this is your display command. Okay, and specifically if you want to display specific columns, for example, you are giving more than 2 rows. Okay, so how we can utilize, or how we can fetch the data from the database? You can use this query: select, particularly I need name and marks from the student, okay, table. So you should use this command: select name marks from which table? Yes, students table. So if you are giving this command, it will display particularly name and marks only. So here you can see this only name and marks, John and 85 marks. Okay, so this is the specific display columns in your record. Okay, so this is one of the main command in SQL query language. So here you can see this database table. Okay, so I have created table for students. So here you can see the student ID, first name, last name, date of birth, email as well as course ID. Okay, so I'm going to set some primary key as well as foreign key. So we should know about some basics in databases: primary key, foreign key, data types, columns, okay, and rows. Everything we should know about this database. Okay, so what is primary key? So primary key means that is unique, different, particular, specific value. Okay, so there is no duplicate values. That is called primary key. So what is foreign key? So foreign key refer to another table. Okay, so it refers to another table or another column, that is foreign key. Okay, so here you can see this, a column that links one table to another table by referencing the primary key. Okay, so that's the reason here I have mentioned course ID is the foreign key and student ID is the primary key. In this primary key you can't get any duplicate values. Okay, the foreign key, it refers to the another table, that is course table. Okay, so I have created two tables, one is students table, another one is course table. Okay, so that students table, here you can utilize course ID. That course ID refers to another table, that is course table. So this is called foreign key. Okay, and here you can see this example. For example, 101 Alice and last name Johnson. So in which year he born? Okay, so he was born, an email ID and then course ID. For example, if I click this course ID 1 means here you can see this table. So which course he has taken? So course ID 1 for computer science, and credits for an instructor Dr. Anderson, and description here you can see introduction to computer science. Okay, so another example, for example 103. So the student name is Charlie Brown and he also chosen the course ID is 1. So here you can see this 1 means computer science. So here also you can see that instructor as well as course description. Okay, so here you can see this Ethan Davis, he chosen course number 2, the foreign key. So the foreign key refers to the primary key. That course number 2 means here mathematics. So who is the instructor? Baker, Dr. Baker, and here he is going to study about calculus and analytical techniques. Okay, so this is the difference between foreign key as well as primary key. Okay, so remaining we can see in the next session. Okay, thank you so much. Bye from Jenny.